Hey, Philosopher Kings and Queens. I hope you're having a great day. I just wanted to pop in. I'm recording a relational intelligence pack for our insider group, all about how to have the best possible relationships at work and at home, and as a result, have the best quality of life, because I believe that the quality of your relationships is exactly equal to the quality of your life. If you have poor relationships and all sorts of turmoil between yourself and other people, then your life will be full of chaos, frustration, anxiety, and worry. And on the other hand, if you know how to clearly and concisely approach someone when there's a difficult conversation to be had and have it effectively, and at the same time, if you know how to day in and day out nurture the relationships in your life towards goodness and trust and reliability, you will find that everything spirals upwards instead of downwards, and it will spiral upwards into relational health and joy and fulfillment, both in your profession and as a person, as opposed to spiraling downwards into chaos, worry about what others are thinking, and arguments that you never wanted or intended to have. And so we're just going to walk through kind of a tangent that I came up with when I was developing the relational intelligence pack. I think it's going to be called Relate Great, with some kind of subtitle. But anyways, I came up with this concept called the growth spiral. That is, how do you grow your relationships up in a spiral so that you have the maximum health and optimal way of conducting yourself as a professional and as a person in your relationships. And so I want to just do 6 slides together on the growth spiral, just as a freebie and as a chance to think about the way you're understanding your relationships and what to do about it. A lot of us do not think about our relationships. We just have them. And so by default, they are controlling a lot of our lives instead of us taking active charge and participating in how we relate to other people. And so the growth spiral kind of starts with this great concept from Publius Syrus, who said, if you want to have a great empire, then rule over yourself. The big idea is, if you want to rule over your tiny empire at work or in your family, or the aspects of life where you're in control, you need to control yourself first. You need to rule over yourself first. And it's that concept we've talked about again and again, where professional and personal authority actually comes from inside of you. Authority is internal, and you gain it by overcoming difficult things and shifting the way you think about yourself and how you relate to others. And so professional and personal authority comes from inside of you, not outside of you. And it's more of a mental game than a physical one. Authority doesn't come from carrying yourself like you're in charge or being some kind of alpha human. It actually comes from the mental stability of having emotional health and relational intelligence in check and in line. And like I said, growth is a spiral. It will either spiral upwards or it will spiral downwards. You will either be growing or atrophying based on how you think mentally about your relationships. Growth is a spiral, so too is conformity. What do I mean by that? Conformity is when you conduct yourself in your relationships at work and at home simply by virtue of what everyone else is doing. And so Phyllis and Michael and Tayshawn relate in this way, whether it's healthy or unhealthy, and you're just conforming to it. Well, this can spiral you downwards unless you're active about spiraling upwards. And so growth is a spiral, so too is conformity. If you can learn just a few ways to think about yourself as a professional, you will spiral towards growth in how you speak and act in your relationships. So if you learn to have the mental toolkit that directs how you think about the others in your orbit at work, it will directly affect all of the words that come out of your mouth and the actions day to day. So here are 3 healthy growth spiral thoughts. If you can train yourself to think these thoughts, you will spiral upwards relationally. People will respect you and like you at work, and you will carry internal authority of knowing you have sorted out how you're going to relate to others, how you're going to value them, how you're going to approach them, how you're going to think about them. Number 1, people matter very much. Number 2, I'm part of a team. Number 3, I have to give respect to get respect. 1, 2, 3. Let's go through them real quick. People matter very much. Number 1, this means that patients and clients, coworkers, family members, even people doing undesirable jobs in your organization matter. Their lives matter, their families matter, their feelings matter. Start believing, start thinking that people matter very much, and how you treat them with dignity will go up, and how you speak to them with respect will go up. Adopt a speaking and acting posture out of this belief that people matter very much. And maybe ask yourself this question: do people walk away from me after we've had a conversation or an interaction? Do people walk away from me feeling seen and valued? Can they tell that I'm deeply for them? You see, I believe that if people know you're profoundly for them and their family and their earnings and they're making it in the world, they will relate to you greatly. They will perform for you greatly if you're in leadership. If people know that you're profoundly for them, they will work their ass off to be a great team member to you. And so that's number 1. People matter very much. Number 2, I am one of the many in an organization. I am part of a team. It feels immensely better to be part of a great team that is winning than to be a franchise player who rises or falls by their performance. That's actually very, very lonely and isolating, to think that you're a high performer and what you do is affecting everything. Much better to understand we're a team, we're on a mission together, and I get to be part of this community doing something that matters. And so ask how often you are serving the team around you versus only thinking of yourself and your own progress. Because here's the irony: if you will focus on the team and the team's progress, you will have your own progress. You will rise as an individual by virtue as the team rising, okay? And so maybe it is the case that you don't have an on-time problem or an insubordination problem or an argues with coworkers problem or relational chaos problem. You have a selfishness problem, and you haven't stepped back and realized that it's actually beautiful to be part of a team. Number 3, I have to give respect to get respect. I have to give respect before I ever expect to get it in return. Things that are actually measured in respect might surprise you. Teams, time, meetings, decisions, attention to detail. All of these things are actually measured and measurements of respect. So what do I mean by that? Time. You think that time is about whether or not you clocked in on time or arrived when you said you would, but everyone around you sees it as a degree of respect. Did you respect them enough to roll in 5 minutes early because they matter to you, people matter to you, you're on a team and it matters? Or did you roll in late because you're only really concerned about you and you wanted to pick up the smoothie, or you wanted to address two things at home before you ran out the door, even though you knew it was cutting it close, okay? Meetings, when you meet together as a group, these things are measured in respect far more than they're measured in whether or not you made the right decision together. If you will become a great respecter of people, you will never want for the respect of others. Many of us feel that we have to cling to, reach for, try to gain respect and praise and accolades at work. But actually, if you will become a great respecter of people that shows them they matter, shows them you value them, shows them that you know you're on a team with them, they will respect you automatically. You earn respect by giving respect. People become interested in you when you become interested. When you become interested in their lives and ask about their lives. And so, in some ways, the whole world around you and your workplace is a microcosm of it. The whole world around you is waiting to see who will show respect first. And so I argue you should let it be you. You show respect first. Epictetus once wrote, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do." Okay? In this case, first say to yourself what you would be. I want to be a person who knows that other people matter. I want to be a person who knows I'm on a team and that means something. I want to be a person who is a great respecter of others. First say what you would be, then do what you have to do. Then live it out, walk it out, act accordingly. This is a lesson you learn with your heart and with your feet. All right, Philosopher Kings, great to see you. I hope everyone's doing well, and I will check in with you real soon.